Hi, this is Umair and I am your guide for a successful startup. Today we are going to discuss, is WordPress a right technology for your startup? Well, my general answer is no, but it is not for everyone. It depends on what is your startup, what you are going to do, what is your idea. Generally, WordPress is good for portfolio websites to show who you are, where you are located, and what kind of services you are providing. But if it involves some kind of technological aspects, like you are doing something with customer data, or you are providing some kind of data processing, manipulation, or anything else which involve programming and technology on deeper level, then WordPress is not a right technology for you. Plus, the WordPress has its own universe. There are plugins available and they are good for most people. But if you are someone who has his own ideas and who like custom things, who like to have a vision and then develop it into reality, then WordPress is not a right technology for you. Plus, it has limitation like in terms of scalability and other problems. For example, one of my client was frustrated with WordPress. He has 3 WordPress e-commerce sites, and he was frustrated with the situation that he has to manipulate data on each, he has to upload data on each website, and he was looking for a solution where he can just upload it on one place and it goes updated everywhere. And that's where WordPress fails. It does not mean that WordPress cannot do those things, it's just simply that it is not efficient in those things. Okay, so WordPress is for good portfolio and simple portfolio, but if you are someone who want a very fancy portfolio where a lot of animation is going on and all that kind of stuff, then chances are WordPress will fail there, or especially some of its plugins will fail there, like Elementor and other things, because they provide very good tools for the developers. They ease their work and save their time, but they also impose some limitations, and that's where the problem lies. So WordPress is good for general websites. It is just like an alternative to Wix and other things, but it's not good for startups. Now there is also another problem, that it is the plugins problem. When you start using WordPress, you will have many kind of threats. And the first one is you may hack, or the kind of virus kind of threat. It happened with one of my client. His all data was vanished, and there was no reason, and it happened on one of my projects that there was an unknown plugin got installed. Now you may have questions that I didn't do it, and your developer is also claiming that he didn't do it. Then how these kind of fake name plugins got there, and no one has idea, because we have no very strong mechanism to authenticate the plugins that they are from valid internet workers, like developers community, or they are valid. So sometimes there are plugins who have a catch in them. They seem free, people use them, but they are spying on the backend, and sometimes they like to install things for them, and that's where problem goes. Sometimes they install viruses, sometimes they leak your information, and that's the real problem with the plugins. The second real problem with the plugins is that sometimes they have paid content. You get something, you install the plugin, it's doing the basic work, very basic work, but as soon as it goes to the point where is the thing you need most, it will ask you to do the payment. And sometimes they are annually, monthly, so it's not your permanent thing. Very less time they have the lifetime. Sometimes they do have, but it's not always. So the plugin universe is not really the ideal universe for you, and I think it's not a good. The third point is that every plugin has its own coding mechanism. It totally separate from the other plugin, so they are not communicating with each other. It's a good thing, but sometimes it is doing the same thing twice. Like one plugin is also doing that thing, the other plugin is also doing that thing, and that cause a lot of redundancy in your application. So it is also bad in that sense. The plugins are good if you are using them on a very light scale, but even in that case I don't recommend them, because they put a lot of data processing on your server, and that's really bad. Your website loading time is quite increased, and then it is over the time it is gathering more and more problems for you. So but it is cost efficient, it is cheap, and sometimes it is easily available. Very less development time is required. So it totally depends on the situation. If you are a new startup and who has very less to do the technological aspect of your product, and you just need to create awareness about your presence, online presence, then WordPress is kind of good for you. But if you are someone who is doing very techy kind of work, the product is very techy, or you are someone who like to play around with things, who like custom ideas, then maybe WordPress is not right for you. But it totally depends on your business case. And so WordPress is good for creating portfolios, for identity, and sometimes even for collecting data, or printing, displaying blogs, publishing blogs. But for technology products, for the products are for someone who like to play around with things, who like to get things aligned on their own terms, WordPress is not right for you. Thank you.